That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Am I friend with Sheldon Clark? The answer is yes. And we met long time ago, now it's 30 years ago, or more than 30 years ago. We didn't know nothing about each other. And he didn't know, Sheldon did not know much about French-speaking Canada. So we flew from Montreal to Quebec City. He never was to Quebec City. He traveled a little bit, but never to Quebec City. And we went for a lunch, a Quebec lunch, a long lunch in Quebec City. And after that, we drove for 2 hours south towards the American border to my small town. And he came to my house where my mom was still living. He saw the room I was sleeping in as a kid. We went to church. We visited the village, and he's an artist. He was taking notes, he was drawing. And since that time, more than 30, I think it's 35 years ago, and we've been friends. He's a great artist.
And as a postscript to that, if you look at the inside of a book, you will frequently see on what's called the flyleaf a strange series of numbers which may not make any sense to you at all, but it indicates immediately the popularity of the book. In this particular case, in the English edition of the hockey sweater, if you go to the back, you'll see what looks like hieroglyphs. 22, 23, 24, 15, 14, 13. If you look on the left, that tells you how many printings this book has gone through, and therefore how popular it is. So you tell me how many printings there's been so far.
22.
22 printings. Now, most books, and I was in the book business myself, go through one printing. So here we have a gentleman who has gone through printings literally every year, well, give or take, for a very long time. And it shows that the book is just as popular now as it ever was. And do you know how many languages it's translated into?
No.
Guess. Guess. Monsieur Carrier will tell you.
I don't know.
You don't?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
Well, the last count, which was about a year ago, was 14. That's a lot of languages. So thank you very much for coming. And you stay where you are. We're going to have the French episode right now. But in the meantime, Roch, thank you a million times. This was enormously appreciated. You've been an immensely helpful individual when it comes to the Fraser-Hickson, and we cannot thank you enough. And it's great to see you here today.
Thank you. I'm very glad to have met you and train your brain.
Train your brain. Good. Thank you very much.